Red Dead Redemption 3. It looks like that's the game we're going to be getting after Grand Theft Auto 6, and it looks like it could be already in the works. So, according to an online popular leaker, Red Dead Redemption 3 is officially in the works. And this could be because GTA 6 is nearing the end of its development cycle, and many fans are hopeful that Rockstar is preparing for an announcement and subsequent release very, very soon. And as a result of that, Rockstar would already have to start shifting focus on what's next, and it looks like that is going to be Red Dead Redemption 3, which, given how long it takes Rockstar to develop games now, could very well be in 2030. So this leak comes from a user on Twitter, My Time to Shine H. And this individual has also posted a claim that Hogwarts Legacy, a sequel to that game, is already in development. Now, simply put, their entire post said this: Red Dead Redemption 3 is officially in the works. And that is blown up. A lot of people have seen this, and obviously a lot of people are excited about this. Now, according to the website Insider Gaming, My Time to Shine H is more of a movie-focused leaker, specializing in Marvel and DC. And so right now, these leaks are uncorroborated, so we're unsure of the video game-focused track record for this individual, but typically when you have sources in the movie industry, sort of those things typically cross over, so video games would fall into that sort of realm. So regardless, it seems obvious that Rockstar would be in some capacity working on Red Dead Redemption 3. Just given how we know Rockstar works on their games, they're not necessarily working on one project at one time. Now, while it's true 95% of their focus right now might be on Grand Theft Auto 6, there's a good chance that the beginning parts of creating a story or a narrative or what's going to happen in the world of Red Dead Redemption 3 could look like, and it also wouldn't be shocking if they've officially started working on some of the things that puts the game together, whether that be voice acting or motion capture. Now, if it is going to be Red Dead Redemption 3, it kind of makes you wonder what that story is going to be like. And I have a lot of different theories. And I think the most obvious one here is that it would once again be a prequel to the prequel, so being set before the events of Red Dead Redemption 2. And this would be the perfect opportunity for Rockstar to showcase the Van der Linde gang in their earlier years, and it could focus on these characters and the events that led up to and occurred in the Blackwater Massacre that saw the gang scattered at the beginning of Red Dead Redemption 2, much like the events at the end of the game that ultimately led to the opening of Red Dead Redemption. And I feel like there's a lot of stories that they could tackle here. Let's just dive into a few of them. The first could be the birth of Jack Marston. I mean, basically, this is our character that is essentially the end-all of what we know Red Dead Redemption so far, being John Marston's son. In Red Dead Redemption 2, he's just a little boy and then gets a little bit older during the prologue when you play as John Marston. But we could see the birth and how John and Abigail fall in love with each other and then ultimately have their son, and the challenges of giving birth and raising a son in a gang that's constantly on the move. That could be a very, very interesting story. The next interesting story, and speaking of sons, Arthur Morgan. We know that Arthur Morgan was supposed to have several love interests in Red Dead Redemption 2, and we also know that he was supposed to have a son that passed away right before we found the gang in the freezing cold of the Ambarino Mountains. So we could dive into that. Who did Arthur Morgan fall in love with? And did he have any moments with his son that shaped him to be the character we saw in Red Dead Redemption 2? We could also see how certain members of the gang became members of the Van der Linde gang. We know there was constant drama with the likes of Micah Bell. Did other members of the gang trust him? And did they want him in the gang? But how did he win his way to Dutch's heart so that he could be in the story of Red Dead Redemption 2? There's a lot of different angles they could cover there, and even getting to the tipping point of the Blackwater Massacre. So much that we know about, but we never got to see unfold. That would be a perfect opportunity for Rockstar. And on the flip side of that, if they wanted to go somewhere in the future, they could go after the events of Red Dead Redemption. And we know that Jack Marston could have some loose ends that he might have to tie up, or even a brand new story that could unfold. We could even play as the leader of the gang, Dutch van der Linde, and see how he rises to power and how he comes across the people that he eventually brings into his umbrella and how they become family and travel throughout the world. I mean, we've gotten to play as 2 members of the gang so far, Arthur Morgan, John Marston, even a little bit of Jack Marston. Wouldn't it be cool to play as the man who started this entire thing? How their rivalries all began with Colm O'Driscoll and so many more, which also involved a woman. And even though some fans might be skeptical of another prequel because they already know how the entire thing unfolds, I think the same argument was probably made with Red Dead Redemption 2, and we saw how much of a masterpiece that turned into. So I don't think that's something you have to worry about. And even Rockstar's parent company, Take-Two Interactive, basically said that Rockstar has 2 series that will probably just never die, and that is Red Dead Redemption and Grand Theft Auto. So it really wouldn't shock me at all if that's the pattern that Rockstar just went on, if they went back and forth between Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead Redemption. So we know that GTA 6 is going to be coming next. It'll likely be another 6 or 7 years, again, just knowing Rockstar's development history. And it's very likely that Red Dead Redemption 3, when it does come out, is probably going to be on the PlayStation 6, PlayStation 7, possibly at that point, Xbox Series A, B, C, D, X, Y, Z. I don't even know what they're going to call it at that point in time. But this gets me very excited because I feel like there's so many untold stories from the van der Linde gang. And this would also give Rockstar the opportunity to, I would say, learn from the things they did well and also didn't do well in the multiplayer of Red Dead Redemption 2. We know that's going to be a strong component of GTA 6 and probably every Rockstar game's title going forward. So this will allow them to sit back and say, okay, what did fans like? What did they not like? And certainly what we can improve on. Because if the next Red Dead multiplayer gets the same love and support as what GTA is seeing, it could be absolutely incredible. But anyways, are you guys excited for Red Dead Redemption 3, or are you just focused on Grand Theft Auto 6? And what do you think, if it's a prequel, or do you think it should go further on in the future featuring Jack Marston or possibly even someone else? Let me know what you think in those comments down below. I'd love to hear from you guys down there. Or, of course, you could reach out to me on my Facebook page, where, as always, you can send messages, photos, videos, and a whole lot more. Sometimes the YouTube comment section is just such a mess, and it's really hard to see what you guys have to say. If you guys did go and enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new. You want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and all the Rockstar Games videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.